What's up, guys? Akhil here. So, my friend and partner in crime Yadu, he has to attend some obligations. He will be eventually back. So, today's episode I will be taking over, guys. So, today's episode deals with a very interesting subject, a very interesting topic, that is the childhood myths we all believed in. So, when we all grew up, we've heard so many myths, so many horror stories, and that's kind of part and parcel of our life, right? There are some who wholeheartedly believes it. There are some who dismisses it. And then there are some who don't care. As a child, I used to wholeheartedly believe all of them. But now, looking retrospectively, I don't completely believe them. I'm a 24-year-old man, more experienced, more rational, has seen hell a lot more in life. But these kind of myths, these kind of tales, they add a touch of cherishedness to our upbringing, and that's what makes them beautiful. For me, growing up, some of the big myths I heard at the time was Bigfoot, you have Ouija board, you have Bloody Mary, but the one which intrigues me, or the one which interests me the most, was Bigfoot. Because I feel somewhere it transcends the line between reality and fiction. So, Bigfoot is predominantly known in North America, that is in the US. Back in the 50s and 60s, there were several sightings, several footprints, several foot tracks, people claiming that they have seen the Bigfoot. Nothing captured though. But many of the investigative officers have come and told whatever footprints you people have seen, whatever foot tracks you people have seen, that's all fabricated, made up to scare the community or to scare the society in general. So, over the course of time, the talks of Bigfoot kind of dimmed down. People were not talking as much about Bigfoot anymore. But then in the 70s, a man called Rob Grimm, he captured a video of Bigfoot walking through a forest. And this broke the world at the time. There were two factions. One claiming Bigfoot is real, the other claiming Bigfoot is not real. There were so many men who've come up and testified. I was the one in the costume. But it doesn't really add up, because all the men who've testified that they were the men in the costume, they don't meet up the criteria to be in that costume, whether it comes in terms of the weight, the size, etc. But however, the story doesn't end there. There were many critics or many experts who've examined that video closely, nitbit, and they realized as the Bigfoot is walking along, there are so many muscular movements in that specific creature. So this was difficult to pull off at the time. There were several studios like Disney or Universal who came and told, even with the budget we have right now, it's difficult to pull up that kind of a costume, let alone for a layman like Rob Grimm. Even some of the big costumes at the time, such as the ones used for Planet of the Apes, were not so particular in detail like the one you saw in the video. So this again crept up the topic whether Bigfoot is actually real or not. But then over the course of time, those talks kind of dimmed down. It became more of a legend, a folklore, a myth which people once in a while talk about. But there is this part in me who wishes, what if it was real, guys? What if Bigfoot actually existed? So that is my take on Bigfoot. Now I talked about the other two myths, that is the Ouija board, or it comes to Bloody Mary. This I have a different take, because this deals with the supernatural element, the horror element. I am a God believing man, not saying no, but somewhere the rational part of me doesn't want to believe ghosts exist or paranormal forces exist. There are so many people in the world who've testified that they have seen spirits, they have seen ghosts. But like I said, There is a part of me that does not believe it exists. And even if it exists, guys, I personally don't care. Even if it's real or even if it's not real. So that's my take on Ouija board and Bloody Mary. But I've had certain bizarre events in my life that I've gone through that I have questioned what did exactly happen. So there is this one specific event in my life. So for those of you guys who don't know, I grew up in Dubai. Grew up there for 19 years of my life. So back there the summer vacation span is from the month of July till the end of August. September first week school starts. So almost every year we used to come to Kerala. That's where I'm coming from. We used to come to Kerala for our summer vacations. One fine day, me and my dad, we were sitting at the porch of our house. My dad saw this lady. She has a glow to her face. She's wearing a white sari. She is standing across the gate, not peeping, but gazing at our house. This kind of felt interesting because we haven't seen this person before. My dad felt intrigued, so he approached her. She was almost the age of my dad's mother, so he addressed her as mother. He brought her into a porch, made her sit there, and he asked her, Mother, what do you want to drink? Tea, coffee, juice. She said, I don't want anything to drink. Every time she moved, actually, she was carrying this bag. Okay, so every time she moved, you could hear the sound of coins rattling. So we knew there is money in her bag. My dad asked her, Where do you come from, mother? She's like, I don't come from any specific place. I roam around. I visit temples. I just came from a nearby temple and I saw your house. My dad is like, Do you want money? Something to help yourself out? She's like, No, son. I have all the money in the world. He's like, Okay. He giggled to himself. And then she's like, I came here to see you, to see your family. It's time for me to leave. And then she departs. But there is something about her which intrigued everyone. And my dad is like, I want to see her again. So he decided to go back and go through the CCTV camera footage. What he noticed is the entire footage of her from the time she came into our house till the time she left was blank. It was just pitch black. My dad was confused. All of us were. We were in a state of confusion. We didn't know what to do. This is the first time something like this is happening even with our CCTV camera. Such a defect has never happened. My dad is like, there is definitely something to that lady. There is an essence to her. There is a glow to her. She feels very divine. And that was a very bizarre event. I don't know who she was. She could be just some normal wanderer. Or maybe she could be a divine element who wanted to come and see us. But that was a very beautiful event in my life. And as far as ghosts or horror stories or all of this comes by, I don't wholeheartedly believe them like I've told. It doesn't really matter to me. But speaking about ghosts, there is this one close friend of mine named Aparna. She once told, Akhil is that one character in a horror film who gets killed off first. The ghost just kills him first. So if I ever encounter a ghost, and if the ghost sees me, if the ghost sees Akhil Suresh, the lion amongst men, the ghost will be like, the man is annoying. The man talks too much. I'll just kill the chump right away. But all jokes aside, let's see if I ever encounter a ghost in the future. But if you guys have any such stories, please let us know. You can always add your comments in the comment section below. And with that being said, I hope you guys had a blast with this episode. Hit the like button, subscribe our channel, and Peace out.